Welcome back to Greatness Unlocked. I truly appreciate you deciding to spend your time with me today. If you find any value here, I ask that you hit the like and subscribe. Gluttony, often viewed as one of the 7 deadly sins, represents more than just the act of overindulgence in food or drink. It symbolizes a deeper human tendency toward excess and lack of self-control. At its core, gluttony reflects a desire to fill a void, whether that be emotional, spiritual, or physical, by seeking comfort in consumption. This behavior can manifest not just in eating, but in various aspects of life, such as materialism, entertainment, and even digital consumption. Gluttony can lead to negative consequences, affecting not only one's health and well-being, but also relationships and overall quality of life. It encourages a mindset where satisfaction is always just out of reach, prompting individuals to chase after fleeting pleasures rather than finding joy and fulfillment in moderation and meaningful experiences. Now we've got 3 deadly sins left to explore, and if you haven't guessed it yet, we're diving into gluttony. You might think you know what gluttony is: overindulgence, wasteful consumption. But I believe there's so much more lurking beneath the surface. Gluttony isn't just about eating too much. It's about over-consuming anything: drinking, scrolling through social media for hours, binge-watching the latest series on Netflix, or obsessively gaming. In our modern world, the temptations are everywhere, and they're relentless. The Bible warns us about gluttony. Proverbs 23:20-21 says, "Be not among drunkards or among gluttonous eaters of meat, for the drunkard and the glutton will come to poverty, and slumber will clothe them with rags." And in Philippians 3:18-19, we're told about those whose God is their belly. Their end is destruction. I often think that gluttony might actually be the deadliest sin of them all. Why? Because it's the easiest to fall into. Look around you. We live in a world where everything is thrown in our faces. Ads for the best products, the latest trends, the must-haves. If we're not careful, we can let these messages consume us. Now, don't get me wrong. Is enjoying food or treating ourselves to nice things bad? Absolutely not. The sin of gluttony creeps in when we start to use those pleasures as false pathways to comfort. When I feel a hint of sadness, my instinct is to reach for food, thinking it will take away the pain. But instead of healing, it often leads to guilt and shame, showing me that what I truly lack is self-control. That said, it's essential to approach the topic with compassion and understanding. Many people struggle with gluttony due to underlying issues such as emotional distress, societal pressures, or even cultural norms that celebrate excess. Recognizing these struggles can help foster a more empathetic perspective. In Galatians 5:22-23, we find the fruit of the Spirit. And at the end of that list, self-control. Self-control is crucial. Without it, we can easily fall victim to not just gluttony, but to all the deadly sins. Lack of control over our anger can lead to wrath. Poor financial control can set us up for greed. And the inability to moderate our indulgences, well, that opens the door wide to gluttony. So how do we combat gluttony? Paul gives us a clue in Galatians 5:16, "Walk by the Spirit, and you will not gratify the desires of the flesh." Maybe we need to take a hard look at our lives and figure out where we lack control. What are we consuming that distracts us from our true needs? Once we identify those areas, we can begin to hand them over to God and learn to find our satisfaction in Him. Consider how modern gluttony manifests itself. It's not just about food. It's binge-watching shows until we forget what day it is. It's endless scrolling through social media, feeding an insatiable desire for likes and validation. It's the fast fashion craze where we buy clothes we'll wear once before discarding them. It's the relentless pursuit of the latest gadget, even when our current one works just fine. These habits fill a void, a spiritual hunger we often ignore. We think, if I just consume a little more, I'll feel better. But guess what? It's a cycle. It's about a mindset of enough is never enough. And when we live in that cycle, we lose sight of what truly matters. So, as we reflect on gluttony, let us strive for the virtue of temperance. Let us practice moderation and self-control. Because, in the end, true satisfaction isn't found in what we consume. It's found in walking with the Spirit, recognizing our needs, and remembering that our ultimate comfort and joy come from a deeper relationship with Jesus. Ultimately, addressing gluttony involves cultivating self-awareness, practicing moderation, and seeking fulfillment beyond mere consumption. It invites us to reflect on our values, priorities, and the ways we can nurture our well-being holistically, focusing on relationships, personal growth, and spiritual health. As we navigate this world filled with temptations, let's remind ourselves that fulfillment isn't in excess, but in balance. Rather than letting our desires dictate our lives, let's seek to cultivate a spirit of gratitude and contentment. After all, we are made for more than just what we consume. We are made for purpose, community,